This is funny because I say all the time I'm going to be late to my own funeral. Yep. Wow. Bell James's Cordoba's water pump is still not leaking. I almost can't believe it. Is that a charger? Or are you just happy to see me? So weird. Weird. When the live starts playing over here, it cuts the first 10 seconds off for some reason. Strange stuff. AMC guy came early, and he's here on time. Nice. This is Dead Dodge Garage Live, by the way. Has Tony gotten on yet, or is he just not doing that? He posted a video about his timing light. And then I commented on it, and then he texted me. And then he said, I'm supposed to be live right now, but I'm 20 minutes from home on a motorcycle. So, anyway. Ooh, Russ Peters Derek's opinion time. 12 versus 24 valve Cummins. 12 valve all day. P-pump, best one. VEs are fine too. 24 valve sounds... No, Tony should have been live an hour ago. I start an hour after him. Scoop was almost number one. That's true. 24 valve Cummins sounds like a saw going on off next to your head. And the stupid, whatchamacallit, VP44 is dumb and stupid and also dumb. Anna Star, hello from Russia. Hello. Oh, Tony shouldn't be due for another hour in here. Anyway. Maybe he'll just come on my live. That would be funny. Scoop hit the like button first. Mostly Mopar is here. Happy Sunday. That looks like a ute. Is that a ute? Uncle Moose says moo. Robert is in the house. My mother. Big Mike's Hoopty Barn. How's it going, Big Mike? I saw you won a shirt. No Dax Speed Shop in the house. Aloha. Como, what up? Mama McP is here. How's it going? Tiffany's here. Hot Shoe is here. All the power in those mail trucks. Yeah. All that power those Iron Duke powered mail trucks have broke that axle. I think it was Tender Love and Cares that broke that axle. LLVs are the worst things ever. Tanner's here. Made it on time despite just getting home from a 150-mile trip in his satellite. Nice. Alan and I went on a 100-something mile round trip today to pick up a lift. Pacific Aberdeen time. It's Atwood Standard Time. Yeah, what my mom said. Fashionably whenever I feel like it. Chris is here. Mopar Jimmy's here. Mopar Jimmy posted his first video today. Wow. Should we do a live reaction video to Mopar Jimmy's video? Hey, that Ram looks like my Ram. Nice duster. Nice stickers. So similar to my duster. Like, eerily. Sick. Oh, mine had less rust, but that's okay. That's part of the experience. Cool. Very nice. You know what, Mopar Jimmy? I'm dropping a like. Nope, we will talk about snacks and like it. How is everybody doing? Don't say anything about the scamp. What scamp? This Ram is your Ram. That Ram is my Ram. Steve McDougall is not here watching the baseball game, but is here, but is not here. That's okay. Cocky man. 5:30 or 10:30 in winter. I don't know. What's the spec say? Dwayne Paget is here and will not say don't sell the Charger. That's fine. Appreciated. How's it going, Dwayne? Michael Young is here, also a member. Thank you for that. Chris Greenhill's Garage says, Jamie, if you let me use your stream to shamelessly plug our channel, I promise I won't tell you to V8 swap anything for a long time. Days, even. My son and I want to qualify for No Name Nationals. Hey, everybody go subscribe to Chris Greenhill's Garage. The picture's a little fox body. He really likes V8s. Hot Shoe says, Jamie, can you please get a wireless mic set up? It's hard to hear you sometimes, especially on a test drive. I understand. No. Sorry. I kind of tried once. Wow. Cocky Man's in the house and just gifted 50 Dead Dodge Garage memberships. I'll be damned. Thank you, Cocky Man. Bullwag. Stephen Andrews subscribed to Chris Greenhill. Federico Molina wants to know, when are we getting some Twin H content? I don't know. I need to work on that. Maybe I'll work on that this week. I'm going to be here all week. Yeah, it was a lot of gifties. Hi, Avon. How's it going? Mom, we've been through this before. You just have to be... there's a button, which I think we went through and made sure you would hit. Something should pop up asking if you want a gifted membership. So, yeah. So many people are members now. This is crazy. Snack in a box. Nice. There's so many names that I don't recognize from people that don't comment in these lives. But hey, I'm glad you're here. Thanks for hanging out. Yeah, if I get a wireless mic, how will you hear the camera falling down? This is so many GIFs, I can't see the pictures anymore. The comments, I mean. Can't see the comments anymore. I had... Well, that's weird. I don't know. I don't know how anything works. McLovin put up a link to Chris Greenhill's Garage. If you don't mind clicking on that and hitting subscribe, he would like to make it to No Name sometime. Cleveland Maker's in the house. How's it going? Oh, nice. Hey, Jamie, looks like you hooked everyone. Mortski's got a Coronet RT. Dalton's got a Challenger, plus Dylan's done a Coronet 300 body swap. Well, I don't know if I did it, but yeah. Aeromate. Hold on. I don't think so, unless it's the one I'm thinking of. No, never heard of that. That's terrible. I hate everything about that. Just a dude on a phone is a new member. Sonor Museum. I've not tuned into the live chats before. Do you play the drums or the guitars or all of them? Yes, I do all the things. Singer, songwriter of 20 years. Guitar, bass, drums, a little bit of keys. Not that I'm any good at that. Mortski just dropped a Chrysler Cordoba video about an hour ago. I thought he posted on Mondays. Can you do harmonica? Yeah, hang on. Hot Shoe became a member. Thanks, Hot Shoe. I forgot about harmonica. I never put that on the list of instruments I can play. I don't actually know where one is, though. All right, well, screw it. Oh, wait, hold on. What's in here? No harmonicas. No harmonicas there either. Oh, well. I can play harmonica. Kind of. Bullwag. One of these days, I'll finish editing my first vidya. We're all pulling for you. Tim Harper says, I put a new gas tank with pickup assembly and master cylinder into my 63 Valiant barn find today, one piece at a time. Very nice. I kind of want to do more, harmonica at large. I kind of want to do more with my 63 Valiant, but I honestly don't know if I'm going to. It's just too much. I did enjoy the Missouri landscape. Lots of farms on fire. Howdy, granddad's, I can't talk. Hi. Yeah, that 300 with the 413. Very cool. Hamilton Mechanical in the house from Oak Ridge, Tennessee. How's it going? What's good in the hood? Dennis Wheeler is here. I'm doing good. Yes, Sleeper Dude. Yes, I saw the... Oh, no, he had a Dodge too, didn't he? Didn't he have a Hemi Dodge? It's been a while. Yeah. Anyway. Mostly Mopar is planning on being at No Name next year with my Duster getting closer on the subscribers. Nice! Make videos. That's all I can say. Plymouth on Plywood. Got here just in time to hear you making fun of my truck. Yeah, VP44s. The least reliable unless you add aftermarket components. Sounds like a saw running next to your head. God help you if you get a vinyl floor mat model like I used to have. They're good trucks. I like them. But, yeah. I saw your comment on my 2019 video. I don't remember. Are you a bumper pull or are you a fifth wheel? My truck's rated to tow what you're towing, but it just seems like it would be pushing it. Anyway, oh, my sister's here somewhere. Rad. Dolphin Dawn in the house. What's up? Yeah, Robert Fitch. What's the difference between a violin and a fiddle? Doesn't matter if you spill beer on a fiddle. That, I believe, is still on my and remember list of and remembers I've never used. There are a lot of them, actually. If you open your mind too much, your brain will fall out. I've used that one. I've used that one. I've used that one and that one. Anyway, a violin has strings. A fiddle has strangs. What doesn't kill you will keep trying. That's a good one. Yes, Bullwag. After the Turbo Project, you got Slant 6 and Valiant tired. Very true. Yeah, that's funny. Bullwag says, you have the worst experiences with every engine I've had great experiences with. I've had no good experiences with Pentastars and great ones with 4.7s and Gen 3 Hemis. Interesting. I was a mechanic. So, you know, all the crappy broken ones came to me. Oh, cool. Gary Kuhn says, looking forward to the music content. If you ever decide to come to New Orleans, I'm a tour guide. I've got a friend who plays bass in a few bands. Let me know. Very cool. I may well be there someday. I am going to start a music channel when I feel like it. Matt McCormick is here. Finally have... Whoops. Wrong one. Oh. This is great. I finally have time to catch a DDG live. Look at the purple 70. So good. Welcome, Matt. In Oklahoma, you don't start a car. You fire it up. Nice. Idaho Lineman is also here. How's it going? Thank you. Yes. Yes, right. Yo, I remember. Yeah. That's a good one, too. I've had enough second gens to know what they're good for and not so good for. Weaponized oatmeal. Hey, Jamie, who was the guy you plugged on a live stream that made the displays of decoded fender tags? Want to get one for Pop Scuda? I don't remember. That was Tom that was talking about / excited about that. Go comment on a Rocket Restorations video. Maybe he'll answer. He probably will. Or he might show up here at some point. My Mopar home took the $300 Dart Rescue to its first Cars and Coffee today. Nice. Very nice. Nice. Hamilton Mechanical. Everything good here? I was raised a Pontiac guy, so everything I know about Chrysler comes from here and Cold War Motors. Nice. It's so funny how often Cold War Motors and I get mentioned in the same sentence. Never met, never really talked, except for when he was streaming with Tony through the comments. I thought I read this, but now I feel like I don't. George Pahountis, perhaps? Hi, Jamie. Do you ever work on M-Body diplomats? I never have yet. It could and probably will happen someday. Yeah. Cold War just fired up a 50 Dodge. Nice! I know Galen did decoding, but was he making those display poster thingies? Yeah. 24 valves are so loud. Brute TA usually catches the live show after the fact. Nice! Tim Jefferson is only a little late. Not a day late. Well, thanks for joining, everybody. Dust Devil Garage, the other DDG, who I met at No Name in the house. I commented on his video and said, I'm so sorry. He texted me, which was nice. And I said, just send me your mailing address so we can end this long national nightmare. And then he said something about timing light content. And I think he just wants to hold it over my head for the rest of forever. Yeah, that's 100% true, and it is true also of the ones I have, the Atomic and the who's it? The crappy one. You know, the stupid one that I hate. What's that stupid thing called? I can't remember. But anyway, any system with a 1-bar map sensor, that's a bar of pressure. So that's as much boost as you can run. You need to get one with either upgrade the map sensor or get one with a higher pressure map sensor built in. But yeah, 14 PSI, that is typical of really any of those standard systems. It's as high as they're going to go. Mike the Slacker made it. How's it going? I was going to read that one. That's on my list too. The difference between a banjo and a trampoline is you take your shoes off when you jump on a trampoline. Yeah. Legit Grantham 20 is here from Texas. How's it going? Oh, cool. Brutier is the guy with the 2020 Ram factory tow hooks in McCleary. Awesome. Yes, I sent you my email. I would very much like to have those. It hasn't been an issue so far that I don't, but one of these days I'm really going to be upset that I have blanking plates and not hooks. So, yeah, that'd be cool. Anyway, thanks for watching and joining us here. Yeah, Galen, that's what Rooster said, but he decoded them. I just don't know if he made the little display thingies. That's what the guy was asking about. Cold War looks weird without a beard. Don't we all? Overbuilt automotive in the house? How's it going? Oh, cool. Dust Devil's getting his satellite, his first car, on Friday. Haven't seen it in 30 years. That's sick. So, when I visited Tony, he kept giving me stuff. He gave me, I don't even remember. He just kept handing me stuff. He gave me a nitrous kit because I made a joke about putting nitrous on the Demon. He was like, you want to? Here's everything you need right here in this box. And he gave me an ancient compression gauge. And then I mentioned I forgot to bring my timing light. And he brought that one out and said, here, put this in your truck. And like I said, he kept giving me crap. So I was like, oh, okay, this is some random extra. Oh, it's a basic one. It's not a dial back. Like, who would even want this? Tony. So I didn't know I was supposed to give it back. He just said, and I quote directly, here, put this in your truck. Anyway, it's hilarious. And then I said, when I fixed my car and I went back to the drag strip, and I slightly beat his personal best in the slag hammer, and said, here, beat that. I'll send you your timing light. And he never did. And then I went out and went even faster. Seth Stewart is here. Yes, it is, in fact, Sunday again. Ricky5353, watched your cross-frame video today. Did the heat build up within the tubes favor a vapor lock condition? I don't know. Yeah, don't do that. Nice. Aces, thank you. Yes, Aces is the one I hate. The most passive aggressive. And notice he did not say my name. It was hilarious. I'm gonna guess most of you saw the No Name video where we used Tony's timing light to time Junkyard D's Valiant because my Snap-on one died. And I took Tony's with because I thought, oh, if one of his friends comes out to No Name, I'll just give it to them. I should have given it to Buff. I didn't think of that. But anyway. Nice. Mark M is at hunting camp on the Starlink. Rad. Oh, cool. Rodney Bird's here. How's it going, Rodney? Enjoyed the 300J video. I have a K with the solid lifter 405 horsepower short Ram 413. Black with white leather. Dude, that's sick. I've seen a lot of people with no shoes playing banjos. I almost think you're supposed to not wear shoes when you're playing banjo. That AMC guy doesn't know why you would jump on a banjo. Oh. Next time you're in the Tulsa area, dang it, I was just there, come by and pick this intake manifold up for a 59 413. I don't know if I need that, but cool. Kill Ace Atomic Sniper Shot by MSD Holly. Eldebrock. I bet Jamie can play the trampoline while on a banjo. Dylan is here. Hi, Dylan. Hey, Jamie, looking for advice. 99 Dodge Ram Van 3500 has the threaded upper ball joint. Driver's side upper ball joint is rounded out. Any advice on how to get it out? Air chisel. You're just going to dig a groove into it with your air chisel. Obviously, you're going to be chiseling in a counterclockwise direction. And sooner or later, you'll either destroy the ball joint and the arm around it, or it'll come loose. A gentleman is a man who knows how to play accordion, but chooses not to. All classics in the house. How's it going? Oh, there was a liquid fudgy whale. A lot of people, saw my video and decided, yep, old trucks are the best. That was not the point I was trying to make. Andrew Button in the house. How's it going? Hold on. Hang on. I got to show you something cool. Hold on. I don't have a banjo or a mandolin, but I do have a banjolin. I know nothing about the reason that exists, and it's not even remotely in tune, but banjolin. Mandated reporter is in the house. New to your channel. Love Mopars. Awesome. Your new 5th gen is nice. You get a 7-string. Get a 7-string yet? No. I'm not that kind of metal. I've had the same truck for 23 years and I'm no mechanic. Nice. I have one of those tune-up kit things, but it doesn't work. That's 100% what happened. Diesel Tech JB. I see the Ram truck has fallen into the fate of all Ram trucks. Gets 75% finished. It becomes too useful to stop driving and finish. Well, now that I have the other truck, which I keep towing stuff with for some reason, I probably could take the Ram truck apart and do the stick swap and then all the other things. But I don't know if I'm going to anymore. Anyway, yeah. Glad you could make it. Seems like just last week it was Sunday. Oh, somebody said to play some song, but I don't remember what it was. I do have my... Really? Tanner wouldn't trade the satellite for the knuckle duster? Mistake. Indirect Jason in the house. How's it going? Yeah, it was the chrome valve covers and the chrome timing cover that convinced Tom that 383 was a good one. I love that Uncle Moose misspells indirect connection. A moose bit my sister once. Can you play Foggy Window Tin Grill Breakdown on banjo? Banjos are bastard instruments requiring no mercy. You know how many 72 to 93 truck rear windows I have? 2. George says, if you're ever on the East Coast, give me a shout. Cool, yeah, someday I will do that. Scoop has dial-up. Cypher F, what up? I play a mean phone case. What oil do you use on regular drivers? I don't know. Alan wants the ramp truck? Oh, careful what you wish for, bud. There's too much going on. BB 400 Dart. Hyperpack pistons? I'm assuming is what that's supposed to say. Or scan? I'm confused. Don't look at me for hyperpack parts. They're rare and weird. Wild horses. Sting it like Steve Earle. No. A moose bit my sister once. I bet no one will get that reference. Yeah, okay. I don't know. I've never seen a hyperpack. AMC guy will challenge Alan to a blindfolded Carter BBD rebuild for ownership of the ramp truck. I could just loan it to you. Not you, AMC guy. You're in that other country. That would be complicated. I do, matter of fact, have... Oh, this is too many things. There's too many things. Freaking fanjoing. I replaced my broken Les Paul with a less broken Les Paul. And it's tuned for my stoner metal band. I guess we're reuniting. And I got a Fender Blues Junior. It's over here, and it's all plugged in and ready to go. Jeff Militich got it. Yeah, AMC guy got it. Everyone got it. Yeah, okay, good. Do you have any parts for 58 Fury? I do not. I was talking to a child. Did I hear something about a sister? Yes, a moose bit my sister once. Tavo has drums but doesn't play well. You don't have to play well, really. Cha-Ching asked a while ago, what would be a good upgraded lockup A999 torque converter for an 87 D100? I don't know. I suspect you are overthinking it. I don't know what you mean by upgraded. That's the thing. Yeah. I mean, do you need a higher stall? Are you putting a potato cam in it? Wow, Dougster popped into the comments the second I said potato cam. That was creepy. Wow. Anyway, welcome, Dougster. Is the room you're in a studio or practice room or just more of a hangout? It is my office and studio. I haven't done really any recording in here at all, but yeah, this is where I edit. Sometimes I play guitars, not that much really, and where I put things. Do I know where to look? For what? 58 Fury parts? Potato, 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 potato. I keep offering people, I really don't. I keep offering people that sit in my truck a potato because it's still in there. Yeah. Jason switched to 5W30 in my 20 Ram. MDS still works. Fuel mileage didn't drop. It sounds a little quieter. Time will tell if it eats a lifter. Lots of people recommended various oils of various weights, various brands. I'm just going to change the oil frequently and hope it's fine. Yikes. Thanks, Ben. The groupie room. No, that one's green. That 300 was sharp inside and out. Yeah, it's a really nice car. It's pronounced potato. No. I don't know how. I like baked potatoes too. Scoop made a potato. Nice. Hippie Long is just checking in, doing a show tonight. Nice. Jamie, my rear main in the 273 worked this time. I did the slight turn with it. Can you even do that on a small block? Did you cut the little ends off? Because usually you can't. 0 leaks, did it in car, had to drop center link and removed exhaust. Nice. Good deal. Boil them, mash them, stick them in a stew. Patrick Radcliffe. Speaking of potatoes, has video been shot of Garbage Can Cuda autopsy? No, haven't touched it. Shoved it in the back, got it out of my way, started working on a 57 Cornet. I want to do that. I'm planning to do that for next weekend, but I also have more important things to do, so I don't know. I needed a break. You can imagine that. There have been so many Barracuda videos, and also the I don't know why, but the No Name videos did absolutely terribly. Both of them, but especially the second one. So anyway, cut off tabs, put them in slots. Huh, okay, yeah, I don't believe in tilting the rear main, but if it works for you, great. You're certainly not alone. Chrysler didn't do it. I have reason to believe that's not the way to go. But anyway, gotcha. Cha-ching. It's a mild 3-team build, Lunati cam. Works with a stock converter. Figured I'd go aftermarket TCR Hughes since I need to replace it anyway. If they have lockup converters, maybe they do. I just don't know. Excuse me. Twice baked. No, I prefer my potatoes just baked the one time if that's okay. Les Paul was also a pioneer in multi-track recording. I might have learned that once. William Fitch, did you replace the passenger side exhaust manifold? No, because I replaced the driver's side and it's quiet now, so everything's fine. You have no idea where one should look for 50s Chrysler car parts. Not really. I mean, Wildcat Auto Wrecking in Oregon, they have all kinds of stuff, but I don't know if they have any 58 Plymouths. Yeah, I thought the No Name vids were among the best. But whatever. Do his easy top beard, let it grow. It's pretty long now. It's not the longest it's ever been, but yeah. Not only did I see the video, someone sent the link to me. I am well aware that Checkers came with Perkins. People, for the love of... When you send me a Perkins, it is never the right Perkins. It has not once been the right Perkins. It will never be the right Perkins. Don't send me links to stupid Perkins things. They're always different. They're always wrong. Just don't do it. I don't want your help. I don't remember the names of the people that keep linking me Perkins things. There's a guy, and I saw this video, or part of it. There's a guy... Kay, don't play in the house. How's it going, Kay? There's a guy who revived a Perkins-powered welder, or maybe it's an air compressor. No, I think it's a welder. He revived that, which is great. Multiple people commented or linked me that and was like, hey, this guy's got a Perkins. You need it. No, it's the wrong one. You will never see the Perkins that I need. You won't see it. So stop looking for it. Stop sending me links. Leave me alone. What about Carl Perkins? Fine. Yeah. Oh, stop. 26-inch radiator in an A-body. Thoughts? Pointless. Unnecessary. That is true. I was covered in other channels' videos, but none of them were big channels. There were no other big channels. And I love you guys. Like, really. Had a super great time out there. Met so many cool people. Will be back. I'm just saying. Yeah, the stuff was out there, but it's not like videos where I was shown or my breakage was shown or whatever got tens of thousands of views. You know what I mean? It just generally doesn't seem to be that interesting to people, which sucks because I think it's awesome. But anyway. Ugh. Here we go. Hope Dale's Demon isn't feeling lonely. It's up on the lift in the back now under a car cover. I don't know. It might be there for a while. I want to restore the 340 and do all that, but I haven't had time to start on it. So anyway, Marlin Perkins? Perkins, like the pancake place? Hey, Farva, what's that restaurant you'd like to go to with all the shit on the wall? Shenanigans? You mean shenanigans? Plymouth on Plywood has a Dutra Hyperpack intake. The one super long Aussie Speed manifold is pretty much the Hyperpack intake. Pretty much. Pistons are nearly impossible to find. Talking about a very limited run performance part made 63 years ago. Yeah. Just run 2 turbo pistons. But they're shorter, so then you got to run the 198 rod. I didn't know there was a Perkins restaurant. Thank you. Yeah, that's exactly it. If people watch the videos, they should know I have an engine. Anyway. Wow. Tanner reached 1,000 subscribers. That's sick. What about a nationwide guide to Perkins restaurants? You're all ridiculous. I also, dude, it's like, I think they're some of the best videos I've ever made. I think they had the most action, the most success, the most drama, you know? But they just didn't do all that well. It's unfortunate. Blood always finds its level. Just sub. Saw the 5th gen with the wheels. Nice. Awesome Mopars. We need more like you, bruh. Thank you. Appreciate that. What do you think of the Magnum 318 and 360? I think they're fantastic. I have an entire playlist of Magnum swap and Magnum tech stuff on my channel. Since the beginning, I have been planning to do a complete EFI Magnum swap in a classic or an older truck from top to bottom. That will be happening within the next, let's say, 3 to 6 months. People have been waiting for it. Yeah. But anyway, I think Magnums are great. You know, they have their issues like everything else. Cracked heads, for example, and every gasket is garbage. But, yeah, the Magnum's a super good engine. If you look up reliable in the dictionary, it's a 300,000-mile Magnum 360 in a sketchy truck with firewood stacked over the cab that hasn't had an oil change since Bush was in office. Bush Jr., obviously. Well... Yeah. Anyway, thank you. Appreciate that. Hot riding a Slant 6 is right up there with owning a boat. Yeah. Jeff Lux, you got a new lift? ? We brought home a lift. It's either going to Alan's house or my house. We're working on the details. Andrew Button, you've turned the tide on the beak. You've always loved the beaks, but now... Rory Desjardins is in the house and says his W100 needs a tuning miracle. Can't find the cause of the miss. Well, damn. It would be hard to do not in person. Hard for me to help, not in person, I should say. So much happening. Yeah, I've never seen a Perkins restaurant. Oh, if Dale's Demon needs to be driven, Alan is ready to take one for the team. I'm going to try and trade my black Rickenbacker for a nice Les Paul. But I did buy this. This is a Korean-made one. I love the Korean Les Pauls. This is I guess it's only my fourth. You can tell the Korean ones because they say Gibson right there on the truss cover. 2003 production. The original one, that is a 97, and that is like as heavy as a real Les Paul, and it's got a nice flame top too. Not as nice as this one, but pretty good. Just had this set up. Neck straightened. Fret stressed. Intonation fixed. It was super, super bad. Yes, I know. Well, that's not true, actually. Many of the channels I interacted with at No Name, last I checked, still haven't done videos. Yes, I know my videos were kind of late, but still. Stephen Brown is late. What did I miss? The Banjolin. Yeah, racing videos just ain't it. That's the thing. And that has been true of most of my drag racing videos, and I know that's what it is. It's just No Name's such a cool event. I thought that would make it pop, as it were. Hot Shoe. Jamie, are you going to do anything with your 350B? I don't have a 350B. I have a 361. I will not be V8 swapping my Scamp. I said that quite firmly in the video. Oh, cool. Ann Brown inherited a 1963 two-door Valiant, totally stock, has been parked for the last 10 years, needs some TLC. Would you keep her stock or play around with it? Probably mostly stock, maybe a Super 6 setup. There's no downside to adding that. Yeah, I would leave it alone myself. V8 swaps are hard in those. Hot rodding a slant 6 is right up there with owning a boat, according to that IMC guy. It's it's hard for me to get excited about doing that again, and I don't know that anyone else should be either. But I would say mostly stock. Just get it happy and enjoy it. Yeah, you and Mopar Joe seem to have a great time together. Actually, really good to see you two together. Made good watching. I thought so too. I love hanging out with that guy. We have a good time. The jokes write themselves. Ron G's 5.9 didn't leak a drop of oil until 300K. Nice. How many cars would you have to sell to buy a 59 Burst? Aren't those worth millions of dollars? Wish I could. I might get a 59. There have been various, reissue, tribute, whatever. Epiphone is actually doing a 59 tribute now that looks to be of decent quality. And obviously, I don't mind owning Epiphones and Squires and stuff. I kind of like them, actually. How does one get an Allen? I don't know. How difficult is it to turn off the MDS in the Hemi? I believe that delete kit that I showed in the video yesterday comes with a little dongle thing that does it. You also can, if you hit the button down on your button shifter on the wheel to 8th gear and then just leave it there instead of going back up, it's a gear limit thing is what it is. But if you put it so it says 8 on the screen, you'll have all 8 gears, but it will not activate MDS. Apparently. You traded the Bluesmobile for this piece of junk? No, I traded it for a microphone. All right, I could see that. Chipson. Jamie and the Dead Dodges was on the list. The Dead Dodge Garage Band also. So what do you say? Is it the new Bluesmobile or what? Fix the cigarette lighter. Tanner released his video about the same time I released mine. Yeah, that sounds right. Yeah. I made mine an adventure video instead of a racing video. So the adventure part, I didn't do a just road trip video this year. First off, my wife was traveling with me. She's not interested in being in videos. Second off, I've done it. Last year I did the ramp truck across America. I've done it. I don't need to do another, And my brother's done multiple road trips videos, and that's not really what the channel is. So I didn't do that this time. I did cram a couple minutes of road trip into the beginning of my baby's first wheelie video, which also did terrible. I don't understand. The people like watching me build drag racers. They just don't like actually watching me race, which is, I mean, fine, but weird. Anyway, yeah, that's cool. Jeff R. Oops. Don't hit that. I have a notepad. When do they add this? Oh, wow. I just totally lost my place in the video. Jeff R. said, I like the start of your Dusty Fins video where you wished all the cars would be gone and you wanted to pick apples. Yeah, that was serious too. I haven't had my boat in the water at all this year. I'd rather just hang out on my boat than do any of this crap, but whatever. Proves you don't need cars in your life every day. Well, Gopher Garage will be videoing at Duct Tape Saturday. I am not going. Excuse me. I could have gone. I had the option to go, but I would be missing multiple family things, and it was just a pain in the butt. The car is still broken, kind of. I have no time to work on it. No care. It's $800 in fuel to get to Duct Tape and back from my house. And after No Name, which was considerably more than that, I'm just decided to sit it out. Really wanted to go. Thought it would be cool, but anyway, awesome. Have a good time. Dougster, can't wait to see the dual quad 361 in action. Dude, I'm so excited. I'm working on the next video right now. I am going to show you a spoiler because it's sick. Hold on. Hang on. That's L Revival, or no, J, whatever letter. Here it is. Okay. I don't know if you'll be able to see this, but I showed, now, mind you, this is all still just a mock-up, but look at that. 361, dual quads, factory dual quad air cleaners, HP manifolds. Thanks, Mark. Oh, yeah. This is the 1958 Dodge Super D500 engine. Note, it looks exactly the same as that, except mine's crappy. So I'm cloning a Super D500, something I didn't even know existed before the other day. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. I'm so excited about that project. That is my main focus right now. Those Steerheart pets, they keep the lawn tidy from the falling apples. Yeah. How to sync 2 4-barrels. You know, they're not synced at all on the 426 Hemi or on most factory Chrysler dual 4 setups. I am going to sync mine, though. Andrew Button says, how come e-bodies get no love on a lot of these channels? No one cares. On my channel, like every e-body video I've made, they never do well. So I'm done with them. No, I do not have a 350 Golden Commando. I wish I did. That would be cool. But I am cloning something kind of like that. Really? That must be why they run like garbage. Yeah, no, they're progressive. The carbs are never synced. Until they're wide open, they are never synced. Now that's cool. The video All Classics did of the Sega race last year was one of his highest views. I forgot about that one. Yeah, that's cool. Dan Tupper watched both No Name videos. They were good. And most people that are here probably did. But, you know, I mean, well, we've talked about this a lot. BoobTube says, keep up the great work. Thank you very much. Yeah, Joe Bonamas, he does have like 4 or 5 of them, doesn't he? Or is it more than that? I don't know. Yeah, Sega is amazing. Love it. Matt McCormick, if people knew Jamie was going to show off his inner Grumpy Jenkins slamming the 4-speed, there would have been tons of views. Well, yeah. Yosemite Pete is here. How's it going? From Mission Raceway in nowhere else, Mission, BC. You ever thought of coming here to race the Garbage Can Cuda? It's a quarter mile. I don't race quarter mile. That was the other thing with duct tape. I've never done quarter mile, and I'm not excited to try. In a rickety pile I built. I have thought of it. Yes, it would be cool. I've been invited, but there's a border in the way, and I don't have my papers in order. Cylinder kill and displacement on demand is governmental garbage. I think it's great in theory. I want to get great fuel mileage running on less cylinders when I don't need them. It's a brilliant idea. It's just the execution so far that has been the issue. Oh, nice. Full-blooded Christian. Awesome channel. Saw the DeSoto. Mopars are the true classics. I'm in Monroe. Are you in Western Washington? Yes, I am. I'm in Grays Harbor. The Rust Kickers is a pretty good band name for sure. Would you have to change your setup from running 8th mile tracks? Yeah, maybe. Kind of. I don't know. Maybe. Yeah, it's not enough drama. We know you're not going to lose the shop. That must be what it is. Simon Paul says, thanks for the channel membership, whoever donated it. That would be Cocky Man. He has done it before. Thank you, Cocky Man. Wait till the banana does wheelies, then they will watch. The Barracuda does wheelies, and they didn't watch that. Yes, I was going to mention the Charger road trip from Chicago. Or did I? I meant to. That's very true. Everything in moderation gets old if you do the same stuff every day. I feel the same. That's why I like doing different videos when I feel like it. But I will say the Barracuda build videos, which I was putting out weekly for a bit there, the build series did great. Among, not the best, but quite good. But the racing ones didn't. Alan Pierce is checking in from Milwaukee. That 300J is a really nice car. It sure is. Oh, cool. Phil Buckley off to pick up my iron low deck dual 4-barrel intake this week. Nice. Make sure you get some carb spacers. Yes, Jeff saw those gold air cleaners in another video today. Yes, I saw a comment about that. Yeah, actually, that's why I want to do the 361. I like little engines. They're cool. And yeah, 361 big block fits in the cubic inch requirement. That is hilarious. Hadn't thought of that. Scoop sank a canoe once. Snowmonk made it. How's it going? Wow. Found a 66 Charger in need of some TLC. I guess all the labor I put in my 67 is paying off. The 66 only has 60K. That's awesome. Andrew Button says we need to do more B-Van videos. Yes, of course he says that. That's a very Andrew Button comment, if I've ever seen one. Don't hit that button. I haven't done that in a really long time. That is not the first time I've hit that button. But it's been a while. Everything's fine. Do not adjust your TV. Otherwise, the terrorists win. Anyway. What was I saying? I don't actually know. Oh, I was in... they did not... Nuke Aberdeen. It was John Wilburn's live, and Dean Stevenson said something. Hey, look, it's Dean Stevenson. He said something, and John Wilburn said, that is a very Dean Stevenson comment. Yep. Blah, blah is here. Hello from Austin. How's it going? Oh, wow. Bell James has a set of D500 flags for 56. Don't think 57 uses the same emblem. It probably didn't, but that would still be pretty cool. Yeah, that's exactly it. Yep. E-bodies, hard to relate to. Your everyday working guy can't afford one. Same goes for 426 Hemis. Very true. Yep. 100%. 100%. I've always been an A-body guy. Those are the ones I like. Yes, those air cleaners are a mismatched set. One of them was repainted copper, and it's also very rusty, but don't worry about that. I'll fix it. Rooster promises not to accidentally thumb swipe anyone to the corn tonight. Thank you. Nice. Oh, that's sick. Plymouth Unplugged says, I put on Sega videos when I can't sleep. Counting gassers instead of sheep. That rhymed. Very nice. Yeah. It never has worked right yet. Yes, when the weather is nice here, people ask, how can you live there? Because when it's nice, it's heavenly. Oh, I forgot. Yeah. It's small block V6. It does say in the rules. I heard. Nice. It was Dr. P and Dallas talking about Triple Crown, and they're live on my way home from No Name. And I thought they were saying it was only V8, but the rules say also V6 4-cylinder, and I think inline 6 too. Yeah, agreed. I love watching me slam the gears too. The mistake button. No, I wouldn't be getting raptured. Barracuda in the house. No, this is an hour from finishing. Is it possible to run 2 500 2-barrel carbs on the dual intake with adapters? Sure, why not? But why, though? Mariners are up 2-1. Wow. Yes, the only acquirable E-bodies are 73 and 4 Challengers. 100%. Rob Allen, are 4 speeds from a 65 satellite hard to find? Yes, that is a 2-year transmission, B-body ball and trunnion. I recommend you get a later one and just swap to a slip yoke drive shaft. It's not hard to find that in your correct length. Well, actually, they did relocate the engine. That was probably 66. Anyway, yes, 2-year transmission. I have a bunch of A-body ones, but B-body, I wouldn't even know where to look. Oh, I have one. I forgot, but it's in pieces. It was a slightly blown up race transmission. Absolutely. I certainly have thought of downsizing rear tire size. Thank you. You have no idea how many times I've watched that clip of him banging the gears with the cigar hanging out of his mouth. A lot. Rob Allen, 426 wedge. Oh, cast iron tall deck. Oh, the 4-speed. Well, that doesn't matter. Same. Big block, small block, whatever. Barracuda. Maybe hit refresh. I'm definitely not frozen. Naughty. I'm definitely naughty frozen. Yeah, you bet. I have somehow managed to keep up with the comments. If I missed any questions or anything like that, I apologize. Feel free to ask again. Yes, Dougster, GMC made those huge V6s, which are sick. Yeah, rust beaters. Late 50s, early 60s, it was a race to see how many 2-barrel carbs you could stuff onto a Crowler log intake. I had one of those log kits for the Dodge Hemi, the baby Hemi, and it was set up for 4 2-barrels. Oh, Chris, yeah. Sorry, I saw your comment a bit ago. What cars are you looking to sell, Jamie? Well, the Scamp, although there might be a buyer potentially. Not that I would talk about that. Yeah, Minnesota Tomcat in the house. Yes. Did you see my comment? He texted me after that. It's not my 300J. You'd have to talk to Gary Hergert. I don't think he wants a gumball machine in a Volvo, though. Let me go wild, like a blister in the sun. Let me go wild. Big hands and up, and you know you're the one. Whatever. There you go. That's all I got. I don't know anyone that has 198 stuff. I've never seen one. I don't think they actually exist. What was I talking about? Cars I want to sell. The Rampage. It's a project car for sure. $800 has the title. The 63 Valiant is potentially on the chopping block because I just don't really feel like touching it again. But I do still really like the car. I put a lot of money into it. So if you want the fancy parts I bought, we'll have to talk about that. And my wheels. Really want to keep my wheels. There's actually a potential buyer for that as well, but we haven't gotten that far. All the potential buyers are in this live stream. It's weird. Anyway, I am considering selling the 55 Imperial because I don't want to watch it rot. And I did finish the car, but it fires up and moves and stuff. And it's got new tires, but it still needs an electrical system and power steering pump replaced, and the list goes on. But it's a running Hemi. If I sell it to anyone, they have to give me we have to have a purchase contract that says you're not allowed to remove the Hemi and put it in something else. I like the Pinky and Perky thing, and now I have 3 forward look cars, and that's neat. But that one, I'm much more excited to work on Perky in the 57. So that one should probably go to a better home. I just today realized, after something someone said to me, oh, you're probably not going to use the ramp truck anymore, but I like the ramp truck. And then I realized, oh God, I'm probably not going to use the ramp truck anymore. So I might consider selling that. Maybe, not committing to that yet. Just thinking about it. What else? Valiant. The Treon is for sale. $800. Has a small stupid issue. But I have learned it's an ignorable issue. It needs an alternator too. I'm going to put one on it. Included in that price. Haven't done it yet though. What else? There's something out there. I don't remember. Nope, don't remember. I guess that's it. What am I forgetting? There's something else I'd love to never see again. Yeah, I'm still doing the engine in the 79 Power Wagon. Looking forward to that. It'll come to me later. I might still sell my Charger if someone wants to give me a bunch of money. So much money. Old Iron, do you ever watch Obsolete Automotive? I followed that guy on Instagram for years. Talked to him once about a possible trade. He was not very friendly. And so I've never really been enthusiastic about him ever since. He does cool stuff. He finds cool cars. More power to him. I probably should revisit his videos and see if I like them. He does interesting things. I'm impressed by that. He just kind of rubbed me the wrong way once. This is long before YouTube. This was years ago. He always had the coolest stuff, and he said, well, I'm looking for this, and I ended up talking to him, messaging, I think. And I don't know, he just kind of seemed a little stuck up and thought I was garbage or something. Anyway, DDG, what 60s Mopars came with power steering coolers from the factory? I think that was an RT thing, and then other high-performance B bodies. I'm not sure on C bodies. It would make sense, though. But I think I've only ever seen them on high-performance B bodies. So I can't tell you specifically which would and wouldn't. My girlfriend, she's at the end. She is starting to cry. Goofy Gerber asking again about the garbage can after the fact video that is coming up. I'm hoping to have it for next weekend. I haven't actually started filming it yet. Thing is, I need to pull the axles out. I need to pull the transmission back out and look at that. And so what might happen is I might put it on the 2-post to do that video and then just push it into the back of the shop. Because the transmission's going to need some stuff. I know that. Yeah, it's coming up. Oh, Evan says cop cars had coolers. Yes, that makes perfect sense. Cop cars. There you go. High endurance. That sort of thing. Most 198s had the rods removed and went to scrap. Yeah. I know the 55 Imperial is an amazing car. I love it. It's really neat. It's a cool survivor, but I'm so limited on space. And if I were to put one of those inside right now, it would have to be Perky because it has a good paint job and a new interior. And it's just so much better than that Imperial. And actually right now the 57 Cornet is inside on the lift, which is great. But like Perky, as soon as I'm done with Vivian's Dart, I think Perky's going to go up on that lift, and I'm going to pull the dead engine out, and then I'll have the good engine, and then we'll figure stuff out from there. But yeah, again, I like it, but I cannot keep them all. I can't. It is impossible. I can't, and so yeah. Blah blah says, surprising you're done with the Neon. Dude, I love the Neon. It was the most fun. I was going to leave it at Tom's house so we could rip around in the field at any time. And then this weird issue happened, which I've now kind of sort of figured out. But I just don't care. Like, I can't drive it on the street. It's all wrecked and stuff. It's the most fun. But I just, I've already had that fun. So, yeah. The Z car is sold. It was picked up 3 days ago. I got $2,000 for that thing. Yes, this microphone glows. My actual condenser, wherever that went. I don't know where it went. Oh, there it is. This one does not glow, but chain reaction, very bad. When I switched to the Mac Mini, my stupid audio box doesn't talk. It doesn't speak Mac. And so for a bit there, I was switching back to my PC Windows Tower to do the live and then switching back to do editing. And it was a huge pain. And then I said, well, I'll just use this mic. This was a gift from my sister-in-law. It's pretty good. It's simple. It just plugs in and it glows. On my other computer, I could turn the lights off, but they don't have an app for Mac, so I can't. It's messed up. Moparhead is here and says, I'm going to enjoy watching you wrestle the cross ram. Those things are an exercise in patience. I know you're right. I know it. BRB, cat's yelling at me for a snack. Aren't you a cat? Huh. Rob Reckless is 69.5 A12 6-pack Super B had no power steering cooler. Interesting. Tom's 70 6-pack Roadrunner did. At least I think so. It's in the trunk with the power steering pump that's not currently on it. All Classics headed out for the night a couple minutes ago. Jamie will try and get your care package shipped this week. Awesome. Thanks. Not like I'm in any hurry, but that would be cool. Blobbless cats are staring at him while sharpening their nails. Nice. That's totally fair. I am a huge douche on Facebook sometimes. I just can't help it. So I completely agree with that. And in the comment section on my videos, oh my God. I love tearing people new ones. That's the thing. That interior is already really bad and it's getting worse. And I don't want it to sit around here. Yeah. That's it. That too. Rolling biohazard. Yeah. Get out. It's not a Lucas microphone or it would be dark. Blue Wolf de Youper is a member now and says thank you. Scoop is the cat's cat. Andrew Button, we've talked about cross rams in an A-van before. I'm sure we have. I'm putting a 426 Hemi in an A-van, so yeah. Oh, it's a Goofy and Pluto type situation. Russ Peter Stereolix uses a cherry picker to remove and install cast iron FE intakes. Damn good move. Those things are huge and stupid. Yeah. PS Cooler was also factory gear ratio related. Yeah, probably came with the same Super Track Pack or whatever the heck Plymouth called it. Because that car was a Dana car. That would make sense. Makes sense. Plug it in and it goes. Bosch Siemens advertising slogan, not Lucas. Yikes. Cope's in the house. Cope. Oh, I blew the microphone out. I apologize. Tom's here and not paying attention. What company or guy makes the display boards with the decode things? Cope? I almost sent this to you earlier, but I didn't. But I almost did. I want you to know. I might have ruined the mic forever. Is my volume terribly bad now? Maybe it'll come back. No, yeah, I think we're fine. Someone said the M's were up 2-1 a minute ago. Yes, Lucas Prince of Darkness. Anyway, John Cope. Earlier today, I picked up a lift. It was from an estate. It was in like a group of storage units this guy had that he operated as his shop for a while. And I saw something oddly familiar looking in there. Look at the Cope sticker. Anyway, I just thought that was funny. Cool. You're kind of a big deal. Mopar is an enlightened individual. That's very true. Scoop's cat thinks she's a person. PT Cruiser Gasser is done. Not doing it. I'm over it. But I still want to. But I'm not doing it. But I like it. But I'm not going to build it. I am trading the Turbo PT Cruiser with some work for a Volkswagen Beetle, which is really, really funny. Any banana videos coming up, or is it on hold for now? I would like to be building a banana engine in the coming month or two. They're actually working on my block. I wonder if 10,000 people will ask you if you got the head back on, Perky. Yeah. What year Beetle? Flat windshield, but late. I will definitely be placing an order to Mr. Cope when it comes time to build the world's shortest 727 for the banana. Perky? Never met her. Oh, that's funny. Jeff Militich. On your truck video, I was expecting to see a comment. If you were a real car guy, you wouldn't have a truck. My wife's aunt once, I was telling her about some car or something, and she was like, why do you want that? I collect old cars. Oh, you're like a truck guy. It's hilarious. 70. Is it a 74? I thought it was like a 72. I don't know. Whatever. I think it is yeah. I don't know. I think it's a very late standard. But I had one. I had a flat windshield 72, and someone told me that that was a super, but it didn't have the stupid dash. It had the normal dash and a flat windshield. But they changed the suspension or something? I don't even know. I don't even want to know. I don't have enough bandwidth to know things about Volkswagens. What else did you see today? What else did I see today? Oh, I saw a Dakota drag truck. Yeah. Volkswagen bus with a Cummins in the back. That's sick. Yeah, super with struts. I know that. And I don't think that one had struts, but they told me that it was a super anyway. So I don't know anything about anything. What was the best time for the CUDA so far? 8:55 in the 8th, and late that day, I upped my leave RPM. I was kind of getting my poop in a group a little bit, and I did the same 8:55. This is when I knocked out T, which was not a good moment for me or anyone else. when I knocked T out in the bracket. I ran that same 855 with no fourth gear. So I tried to shift to 4 and was just like, I had nothing, and it was like, it just coasted through the trap, right? And it still ran that 855. So it would have been slightly faster. I don't know how much, but anyway. That right there was the end of my forward progress. So 855 so far is the best time. There's zero question in my mind. There's more in it. I probably need to get shorter slicks or taller gears. Shorter slicks would be easier probably and cheaper. Maybe not. If I build a gasser, it will be a Sega legal gasser. The PT gasser thing, that was this whole other thing. I was going to build the chassis and then put a PT on top and then eventually put something actually good on there. But anyway, yeah, there are definitely low eights in that car's future. Shorter tire, better launch, higher rev limiter, and a shifter that works. Old Iron, do 4th gen and 5th gen Rams share anything beside engines? I've always thought it looked like some sheet metal was the same. It's not. They don't share a single piece of sheet metal to my knowledge. The tailgates might be interchangeable. I don't know why I think that. They just look like they are. There's a body line added to the 5th gen one, but some of the 1500 Classics, which that's still the 4th gen truck, have a tailgate that appears to me to have the line from the 5th gen. So I suspect the tailgates interchange. I suspect the taillight holes might be the same. And the reason I think that is because the heavier duty trucks still use the old bed with the new taillights, but maybe they tweak the taillight openings. I don't know that. I guarantee you there's more they share, but I don't really know. I'm pretty sure the tailgates interchange. I could be wrong. They interchange between Super Duties and early 2000s F-150s. Figure that one out. But anyway, 2500, 3500 trucks are still they call those like the 4th and a half gen or something, because they updated the interior and the tailgate styling and the lights and the grille, but it's still the same old body on the heavy duty trucks. They never updated it, which is really interesting, at least most of it. Anyway, I guarantee you they share more. I thought they shared more than they do. I didn't realize the suspension and the axles and like everything is actually slightly different. Okay, 71-2 Super Beetles have flat windshields. See, that's what I thought, but I still don't know. So here's the other weird thing. I had a 75 Beetle that had a flat windshield and the old style dash. So that was a standard Beetle, right? Except I swear someone told me it had to be a Super Beetle. I don't remember why or who or what year. Doesn't matter. It's not that important. Anyway, yeah. Dakota, tell me more. Fender or Gibson, don't make me choose. I have multiples of both, kind of. I only have one real Gibson and one real Fender, then lots of Epiphones and lots of Squires. Maple or Rosewood, Maple on a Fender, Rosewood on a Gibson-style guitar. Humbuckers or single coil, that really depends on what kind of party I'm trying to have. Okay, fine. Dakota. That's the boring part. Look closely at that. You'll notice all kinds of stuff. But here, I'll just spoil it for you. Hold on. Hang on. Hold on. I took a bunch of up-close pictures because I was trying to get details. Well, whatever. It's this. It's kind of cool. Rad. I don't ever want to talk about Beetles again. Probably, till I do a video off-roading one and bouncing it off a tree. Joe's Mopar Mess. Any thoughts on overheating? Have a 440 powered 66 Charger, new aluminum rad, hoses. Evan says old body on newer pan. Yeah, that could be. I don't think so, though. I don't know. Anyway. It's been a long time since I had that thing. Aluminum radiator, hoses, thermostat, dual fans on separate switches, and it still overheats. Dual fans are probably a mistake unless they're on a high-quality fitted shroud. If they are not pulling air over the entire radiator, they are not good fans. I don't like electric fans. They usually suck. Make absolutely sure your fans are oriented and wired correctly. Many are reversible, but you have to wire them the other way. And some reversible ones, when you reverse them, you have to flip the fan blade in the fan. Make sure yours are actually pulling or pushing, whichever way you have them. I assume they're on the engine side if you're running dual fans and no mechanical. Make sure they are actually set to pull, and make sure when you put your hand in front of them when they are running, they are actually blasting air straight rearward. If your blades are on wrong, or if they are wired backwards, they will either be blowing up, away, out this way and not straight through, or that way, I guess. Kind of depends. Yeah, you could also have other issues, but I would be looking closely at your fans. They can indeed be pushers or suckers. Yeah, Volkswagens are gutless, but they're really fun, actually. Johnny Grasso, what would you value a 65 Barracuda at? There are too many variables. I have no idea what kind of car we're talking about. Are we talking about a rotted piece of garbage? Are we talking about a Survivor? Are we talking about a Formula S 273 Commando 4-speed? Are we talking about an absolutely 100% mint car, a fully restored car, a resto modded car? Are we talking about a rusted out Hulk in your backyard? Like, I don't know. I would say for decent... Stop writing Volkswagen. Decent driver quality Barracuda, I see them listed in the Northwest for $7,000 to $14,000 all the time. The ones that are $14,000 never sell, by the way. So, I don't know, 8 to 10 grand? Really depends. Yeah. Nice. If they watched the video, they would know that. Ow. I thought the first thing that rusted out was the rear floor under the seat. Wow. Mopar Ed learned something about the Beetle body seam being just the right height to pin an adult male to the concrete if it falls off the jack. Oof. Oof. Tanner has the black boogers. What did you do? Spray paint? About to put a mechanical water pump drive back on the Scamp, trying to fix overheating. It'll have a nice slant 6 fan. Hell yeah. That's the move. 3-1 Mariners. Don't worry, they'll figure out a way to lose. Yeah, Classic Dude Mike is a P90 guy. I am also a P90 guy. I love him. Gray Man with a Canadian flag said, much respect, Dodge rules. Great channel. Thank you very much, Gray Man. I appreciate that. Bullwag, where are you finding $500 XJs? I mean, mine was free, but that's not the point. And the last one was $500. Okay, fine. Chris Greenhill's Garage said, oh, thanks for allowing me to hijack your stream. But how many subscribers did you get? I'm going to go check. Chris Greenhill's Garage has 114 subscribers. He's going to need a few more than that to go to No Name next year. So if you feel like it, if you want to see Fox Body things and Jeep stuff, go subscribe to Chris Greenhill's Garage and tell him to put a slant 6 in his Mustang. I used to be an all old car, old truck guy. I was. But I'm not now. No, there's nothing good to hear about modern Volkswagens. My wife drove a Prius for a while, too. It had almost 300,000 miles. Yeah, dude. Yeah, they never updated the body on the 2500, 3500. Only the 1500. They are still making them the same. Oh, good. Yosemite Pete will not tell me what his Orange 383 CUDA did in the 8th. What's your current rear end ratio? I've got 48s in it right now. No comment. Blower! Yes, that was a belt-driven supercharged 5.9 Magnum based block. Yes, Paxton with Brodix heads and a lot of other good stuff. XJ Cherokees are the best. So good. So good. Fleetwood. Hey, Jamie, somebody recently posted a checker video claiming it was the first diesel production car. Yes, the 59 Plymouth was aftermarket. It was not. The Perkins Plymouths and Dodges were not factory builds. They were day 2 builds or day 1 or whatever. They were taken from a dealership or the factory or whatever and converted immediately. Not done on the production line. My mother subscribed to Chris Greenhill's Garage. Nice. 14 people have subscribed. Well, I did my part. And yes, it was Magneto that did that video. Kelly Smith, snow and freezing here in Canada already? Damn. Anyway, glad you could make it. Tell the insurance company it's worth $20,000. Well, I need to raise the agreed values for both the Demon and the Charger. Rotary bug sounds fun. The thing I actually really did like, newest Prius doesn't look bad. Yeah. Oh, you're ruining the Mustang. That Slant 6 will overpower the unibody. Okay. Jeff R., do any big burnouts lately? Yesterday, I was annoyed in traffic and I burned rubber in my Ram past a stupid Jeep. What was I talking about? Oh, yeah, Beetle. Really liked mine. To 35 miles an hour, it was as fun as anything else. Beyond that, not so much. The thing I hated about owning a Beetle is that every person, every car enthusiast anyway, that I ever talked to that knew I had a Beetle or learned I had a Beetle had a different idea for a swap that I should do in my Beetle. It is the most annoying thing on earth. They made Comanches in the 90s. We probably talked about this before. Paul Wortman, you can post, and you're number 3. Excuse me. Oh, Tavo has to adjust his brain on US-based live streams. Down here, XJ instantly takes the brain to the XJ6 or 12 Jags. Yeah, I mean, we have those here, but we don't like them. It's funny because it's always the Aussie cars. You guys are big on chassis codes like AP6 Valiant or AP whatever. I always see that stuff. Harry Lister was on a beer run. Did I miss much? Probably. Comanches bring money. Ugh. Tanner, how late in the year is it okay to drive home from Washington? Well, you're running out of time. I don't know. Yeah, rotary bug. That's what he said. Herbie the Robug. Paul Wortman, you cannot share links, Paul. If you shared a link, that will not work. Only mods or me. I can do whatever I want. And that's not up to me. That's a YouTube thing. Put a Subaru in your Beetle. What the did I just say? WRX swap Beetles. Cool, but that's not the point. Anyway, I didn't say it looks good. It just doesn't look bad. Have you seen that Good Enough Constructions? One of my favorites. Yeah, I can't think of any of his classic lines, but anyway. I don't even know what an SJ Jeep is. What that is. Oh, those. Yeah. I do like those, but they are huge and yeah. Tim Harper, my 63 Valiant's front wheel hubs have press on brake drums. What are your thoughts on hugging the drum center hole to make them removable? That is not why your drums are stuck on. Your drums are stuck on because the drums and hubs are held together by the lug studs, which are, hold on, the word will come to me, swedged. So when they put the studs in, they do this to the top of the knurl and it locks them together. You need to cut the swedge and then the two will come right apart. The drum is not pressed on the hub. No links. Oh, weird. I don't know. Remember when Jamie would use the F word on the stream? I almost used it a minute ago. Give me enough of these bad boys and you'll hear some stuff. Oh. Yeah. XJ6 All-American Iron. How do you figure? Yes, there is a swedge cutting tool. The McNuggets are watching. Yes, I will refrain from using the bad words unless someone really annoys me. They had a swear jar at the skating rink where we were yesterday. If my sister shows up in person, my language will get colorful and then she will puke and take a nap on the bathroom floor. Blue Wolf de Youper. Were you always a Mopar guy? Not always, but since, you know, I don't know. My dad drove Fords, but he drove whatever, really. He just had a couple Ford vans. I've had a couple Ford vans. I became a Mopar guy around age 15, 16. It was the 68 Charger's fault. I don't know what that comment is. I sure don't like the username. Yeah. I want a rotary bug now. The people car. Dead Ford garage. Scoop? Yeah, you're going to timeout. But only for not sharing the snacks. Kim's in the house somewhere. Hi, Kim. A wild Kim has appeared. Kim is a member. Thanks, Kim. Yeah. Did somebody say Volkswagen? Whoopsie. Sports ball update. First thing to erode on a Volkswagen is my enthusiasm. Yeah. Nice. Mopar Ed has been a Mopar guy since he became self-aware in high school. Learned about cars before that on a variety of 60s and 70s vehicles. Yeah, 68 Charger RT. Coolest looking and sounding thing I'd ever experienced. Anyone who suggests, hey, I never banned you. Come on. Just take the comments and like them. 2 out of 10 would not recommend. Oh, I'm getting a free TJ. Because the frame is ruined. I got to message him. I got to get my Car trailer empty now. Nice. Porsche swap in a Beetle is legit. Agreed. Patrick Radcliffe became a hardcore Mopar guy when I had a 98 Neon ACR. Nice. Dukes of Hazzard influenced our Dave Carr. Yes, that does make sense. I saw Dukes of Hazzard when I was a teenager, but I never thought, "Ooh, that car is awesome. I need one of those." I just didn't even really, make the connection to, oh, that's a car and it's cool. Grayman just became a member. Thank you, Grayman. I appreciate that. McLovin says, Jamie, you can say no when someone offers you things. I'm bringing home a free TJ with a ruined frame, and I'm bringing home a 70s Swinger that was in a flood and on fire a little bit. And the engine seized. Yes, Chris, yes. Karma's a bastard. Yeah. Rad. 3-1 Mariners. Top of the 9th. McLovin still wants to Smokey and the Bandit Trans Am. See, that's a car movie I saw many times when I was a teen. And I never wanted the car. I like the movie. I think it's fun. But I never wanted that. Yeah, I'm a simple man. I see free car, I get free car, but only if it's kind of cool. Get an Opal. Ooh. Yeah. Flood should have put the fire out. Yeah. Wow. Mopar ad. Buddy bought a Challenger TA by saving up on his paper route. I fell in love and started attending Mopar shows. Late 70s. Nice. Tanner needs 671 watch hours to get monetized. Money making, here we come. Well, good luck. My brother is here and says what you really need, my brother Alex, not the other one, what you really need is a Bluesmobile. I could have one if I wanted. Same thing on that movie. Yeah. Nice. Something. Yeah. Grayman appreciates internal combustion vehicles, gasoline, oil, rubber, burnouts, and now DDG. Thank you. Yeah. Something about the late 70s. Yeah. It's the model year before catalytic converters, so it's good on pumped gas. No comment on Sally Field or Fields or whatever. They won't catch us. We're on a mission from Gad. Dolphin Don's uncle, as a kid, my uncle had an electric blue Roadrunner Perkins Volkswagen swap. Get out. My uncle had an electric blue Roadrunner. My dad had a 71 Charger 383. That's cool. I want a 71 Charger RT or Super B someday. I think those are cool. Cop mirrors. Yeah. Overbuild Automotive's back. eBay got me again. I sent my friend Drew. Well, I already showed you the Les Paul I got. I sent him this picture because I also got a Blues Junior. I sent him this picture and I said, damn it, they got me again. It's me. I'm they. Anyway, Grayman is now a fancy member. Nice. Welcome to Fancytude. I'm still thinking about changing, one of these days, changing Fancy members to the Scrap Pack. I think that would be cool. But I haven't done it. Vortex, spider, fuel line to body thing. I've done some of those actual multi-point spider injector conversions. I hate Vortex, among other things. Wow. JC's Carport. Love TJ's. Decided to Gen 3 Hemi swap mine. 15,000 and 5 years later, I'm still at it. Jesus. That will be an insane monster. Insane. Do you have any original Hot Wheels cars? I do not. Do y'all fuel your yard maintenance machines from your good gas jug intended for your cars? I do. We do need new merch in the store. There's a lot to do. All right. Let's stop talking about Sally Fields. Don't make me put you in timeout. Ed. Good night, Ed. Yeah, Vortex injection's so stupid. Yeah, what my mom said. Oh. Todd Denio is out. See you later, Todd. Yes, exactly. We should be talking about Volkswagens. Pepperidge Farms remembers. Savion Smith. When are we going to see the scamp getting worked on? I don't know, Tanner. When are we going to see the scamp getting worked on? Ooh. Ow. No, well, maybe in honor of Alan, we could do a Mopar Sasquatch shirt. That would be fun. Something about liking all brands. I have done videos on Fords. Multiple Fords. Hudsons. Studebakers. Toyotas, Subarus. What else? I don't know. George Pahoutis, love the hat. Me too. It's among my favorites. Yeah. What were we talking about? I don't even know. Well, you let me know. Radar love time. We're getting there. It's cheeseburgers for dinner tonight. I'm not planning to be late. Nice. Keith Hill got all the A100 wheel standard Hot Wheels. Hell yeah. Scoop's pick looks super tough on the big screen. Look how tough he is. Soon, Deck Decks. Oh, if you don't like LS swaps. That brother's not here. Mrs. One-Eyed Cat in the house and a member. How's it going? I like a lot of Japanese cars for their reliability. Not so much for the... Yeah. AMC guy, was $200 a good price for a set of cop wheels? I would say in today's strange new world, yes. Cadillacs and Lincolns too. I did do a video on Cadillac. Did I do a Lincoln? I don't think I've done a Lincoln. Let's go Blue Jays. How dare you, sir? When are you making room for a certain purple car? Still don't have paperwork for that, so... Do not go to Chris Greenhill's Garage channel on YouTube, subscribe, and then leave a comment saying that he should put a slant 6 in his Mustang. Don't do that. Yeah. Rad. I really liked my Mitsubishi Challenger. That's true, Kim. No Name is more of a social event than a racing event. It's a party and some racing breaks out or whatever. Rad. Weaponized oatmeal is out. Keep up the good and not so good work. Don't mind if I do. Oh, wow. Hachu says, I got my social security so I can be a member now. Excellent. Welcome and thank you. Oh, that's a Blondie reference. Interesting. Yeah. Family reunion where a drag race breaks out. Yep. Slant 6 in a Mustang. Let's go. USA. No, Montero wasn't a Raider in previous generations. It was both. Although I don't know when they started selling the actual Montero branded ones here. But anyway, Raider is just the rebadged Dodge one. Those, the Montero Sport anyway, two-door one, and the Raider, those apparently pretty much always have limited slip diffs, which fit in the Challenger, the 81 Challenger, the Mitsubishi Galant Lambda, or whatever. Excuse me. Ugh, my neck hurts. Tried to hide my comment, but he found it. Well, if he's on Studio, it's really easy to find new comments. Oh. Did I say my neck hurts? I think I did, but it does. Oh, I see. Nick, yeah. Took my limited slip out, put it in a locker, but this is a 9.5 inch, not the 8 inch of the first gens. Yeah, it's the first gen one that, yep. That, it's 8 inch in those cars. McLovin wants to know, what is on the agenda for this week? I don't know. Yeah. I have no idea what's on the agenda. Probably a 57 Cornet video and a Barracuda, this is what happened to the Barracuda video. I don't know what Engine Wednesday is yet. I don't have my Slant 6 head yet, which is unfortunate because I had to take them a different one. Otherwise, I probably would have it already. What now? Really? Oh, that's funny. I saw this ad. I did not click through to the engine pictures. Wow. Okay. So it's this truck. Okay. D100. Long bed, isn't it? And it says short bed. Yeah, I guess it is. It has the zoomies. Oh. Sounds over here. I knew that. I was just testing you. Here's under the hood. Cross Rams with street demons. That's insane. Also kind of dumb. But look at it. Why is that engine green? And highly polished cross rams. What a weird thing to do. Cool though. That's a lot of thousands. My son was outraged at the thought of Slant 6 swapping a Mustang. I raised him right. Anyway, I don't know what Engine Wednesday is. It might be opening up the 361 to see if it's actually worth using. But I have it in there for a mock-up, and I really want to finish the engine mounts and transmission mount before I take it back out. So I don't know. Has Jamie ever had RC cars? Yeah, but I've never been serious about it. Nice. Oh, man. I need a little nap. Stuart Cody, I got about 20 projects, running out of time. Don't know which one to work on. Sounds familiar. Familiar. Cross rams are the coolest looking things on Earth. They might not be the greatest, but they sure are cool. Dead Dodge, have you used a lunchbox locker? I installed one in my friend's Jeep. Seems to work. I don't know. In the year 2525. I'm really annoyed by that song, actually. Hot Shoe put a 273 in an Opel GT? Dude, that's sick. Plymouth on Poet, do you want to liberate some of your floor space from slant parts? Please take everything. I have 3 engines, 5 heads, so I'm gonna hang on to a Super 6 intake. I've gotten rid of all those before. That's always a mistake. But if you want slant 6 parts, but I got some. They're all yours. The Mariners win. Oh no. Did I mention my head hurts? My neck hurts. Does the Scamp come with the extra slant 6? Crap. For you, maybe. You better hurry up and buy it. The good head's already on it. And honestly, the bottom end's old, but it doesn't show any signs of needing imminent replacement. I wasn't planning on including that. I don't know. You guys can fight over it. I don't even care. Thomas Lynch, Uncle Tony crying about his timing light. Yeah. Yeah, it's quite the story. Tavo, sounds like my shed floor in Hemi 6 parts. My shed is a bunch of slant 6 stuff I'll never use, a bunch of small block heads I'll never use, a small number of big block heads I'll never use, and then so much more. 99 Luft. I don't know it in German or whatever. Everyone's a Captain Kirk. Is that also a song? Probably. Did RVs ever have factory cross rams? That's true. He's closer. I wasn't even thinking about that one. I was talking about the 170 and the 225s. The other ones I have. Excuse me. I forgot all about that one. Yeah, I know. 99 Red Balloons. That's in English. Fire up the giant amplifier. Oh. I'm not playing Radar Love. That's Drop C. That's what that is. Oh, we got to put it in hot rod mode. That 170 is out of your car anyway. It's only fair. Well, I thought I was going to build it for a spare for the turbo car, which I should do, but I'm probably not going to. Indeed. I don't know Joe's garage. I don't know why I don't. Oh, Lord, won't you buy me a Mercedes-Benz? I've done that before. I know all the words. I don't know any Ace Frehley riffs. That was Drop C. That was actually what we call Sad Gad, which is Dad Gad, but in C. This is all wrong. I've always liked Les Pauls. Ampeg, no, it's a Blues Junior. I do have an Ampeg V4, right? Off camera, right there. I put new speakers in my trainer cab for that. Still all wrong. Fresh strings, but I think me and these tuners are going to have a talk. They're Grovers. Damn it. It's all wrong. It's not in tune at all. I guess it's close. I can't help about the shape I'm in. Can't sing I ain't pretty and my legs are thin. But don't ask me what I think of you. I might not give the answer that you want me to. Oh, well. Damn it! Why is that wrong? All right, anyway. Yeah, what he said. Peter Green is the best. Love Peter Green. He played a burst, a real one though, which he gave away, I think. He kind of went crazy and lost his mind. Hey, there it is. He did. I can't do both parts. Anyway, Greyman sent me 10 Canadian. Thank you for that. Much appreciated. Rooster's back just in time. Yeah. It's probably cheeseburger time. I might drop my snack if you want me to. That's the correct lyric. Nice. Can you use Tony's timing light to tune your guitar? Maybe. Yeah, that ain't it. That ain't it either. Nope. What is that? Girl, you thought he was a man, but he was a muffin. You hung around till you found that he didn't know nothing. That ain't it. That ain't it either. Because it's actually in B, obviously. Or C sharp. Right. whatever. Whatever. Sometimes I remember I know how to play. A little bit. Oh, that's not right. Don't do that. I have to get the muffin, the prince of foods. Harmony Rockets right there. I got that too. I got options. I don't know. I don't listen to whole albums. Does anyone do that anymore? I don't think so. I could do some Jack Bruce, but I'm going to go have a cheeseburger. Did I turn that off? Yeah, we're good. Yeah, so I have no idea what Wednesday's video will be. Maybe a 361, maybe something else. And then we'll do more stuff. Some people like cupcakes better. I, for one, care less for them. He puts forth. Moving to Montana soon. Gonna be a dental floss tycoon. Okay, this week, we're gonna make cheeseburger in paradise. This week, Mopar Al's in the house and he's watching the 300 video. Thanks, Al. Appreciate that. Oh, apparently Tom, in his recent video, which I haven't watched yet, he met the obsolete automotive guy at the pig roast. That's funny. Cheeseburger in paradise. Okay, anyway, we'll make more videos. And we'll listen to Jimmy Buffett. That's the plan, as I understand it. So I'll see you in the comment section, and I will see you next Sunday. Thanks, everybody, for hanging out. Welcome to all the new members. Thanks to Cocky Man and everyone else who signed up. Much appreciated. Take care. See you later. Whiter shade of pale. Okay, bye.